You're watching RT. Painful, unjust and even unfair, but nevertheless necessary. The Greek Prime Minister, Antonis Samaras, has made his pitch for the latest and one of the harshest yet austerity package it's set to come into force. Speaking in Thessalonica, the nation's second largest city, the Prime Minister went on to say that the cuts were compulsory if Greece is to stay in the Eurozone. But not everybody's agreeing, with thousands gathering to protest against the austerity package. They're upset that the package targets some of the country's most vulnerable, including pensioners, low-income workers and those on state benefits. Well, for more now on the situation in Greece, so we can speak to William Dartmouth, an MEP from the UK Independence Party, now joining us live here on the programme. Good to see you today. Thanks very much for coming on the programme. As I'm sure you were listening, the Prime Minister himself admitting this latest round of austerity is both unfair and painful to the public, but he maintains, though, that it is necessary. From a political point of view, can he sell this message?
Well, I mean, I'm not a sort of expert on the minutiae of Greek politics, but I would have surmised that many people in Greece will feel that Greece has suffered enough already from being in the euro, and that what is it that they're really being offered? They're just being offered more of the same. It's another dead end to leading to nowhere. And already the Greek economy has contracted by almost 10% since the crisis began. I mean, how much more is it going to contract? I mean, the fact of the matter is that the political establishment in these countries always tends to be in favour of more Europe, more euro, and the people are basically against it because it's actually not in their interest.
But why, as you say, are other politicians always saying, you know, more euro? They're so supportive of the eurozone. Is it an issue perhaps of the politicians being involved, of they don't want to have a failure on their watch?
Yes, I think there's an element of that. But I mean, many European politicians have spent their whole political lives, I mean, perhaps even their entire lives, advocating more and more Europe and advocating a United States of Europe. I mean, we have somebody in our country, Nick Clegg, who does that, who sadly is the deputy prime minister of the United Kingdom, and his Federalist Liberal Democrat Party are actually in politics, and they keep on advocating more and more the same, although the evidence is absolutely crystal clear that it isn't working, it doesn't work. What we're watching is a slow motion train crash, which also could endanger the entire world economy.
Well, it would seem that the people are aware of this. Certainly in Greece, we're seeing now renewed protests. I mean, I can't even imagine how many months, if not years, I've been reporting on the story of more austerity measures in Greece and more protests as well. Do you think that when it comes to the issue of Greece now having to stomach another bailout and more austerity measures, do you think the benefits of staying in the Eurozone are so outstandingly good that the Greek Prime Minister must put the Greeks through more of this austerity?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't think so. The only thing I will say about Greece is that it is, of course, at one level, the cradle of democracy. At another level, it is surrounded by countries which actually aren't in the European Union. It's very close to Turkey, which is not a European country. And there is a slight feeling, as I understand it in Greece, or indeed a strong feeling, I should say, in Greece, that staying in the euro anchors them in Europe and not somewhere else. But I mean, the price that the Greek people have paid are having to pay.
Well, you look at the education system, the medical system, the education system, the pension as well. It's all taking a beating here. But now the European Central Bank has begun to intervene and buy up government bonds to prop up the struggling eurozone states. So what are your thoughts on that move?
Well, I mean, this is their last throw, really. I should make the point that back in 2010, the European Central Bank spent nearly 17 billion euros buying Greek bonds, which did push down the interest rates down for about a week, but didn't work thereafter. And my prediction, for what it's worth, is that it won't work in the medium or long term this time either. I mean, there's a huge problem with Spain, there's a huge problem with Italy, and also the conditions which the European Central Bank are seeking to impose on countries participating are such that their very independence is under threat.
William Dartmouth, MEP from the UK Independence Party, thanks so much for coming on RT today.
Yeah.